Hey, what's going on, everybody? Marcus here with MGN Sports, and we got some big-time breaking news here in the NBA, you guys. The Raptors have just made a massive blockbuster trade with the New York Knicks. This is huge, you guys. As a Raptors fan, I am absolutely juiced up right now. Was so excited to get ready to film this video for you guys, man. Some big-time news coming out today here. Just found out about an hour ago now that OG Anunoby is going to be sent to the New York Knicks in return for RJ Barrett, you guys. These are the two main key pieces in this trade. We'll break down the whole trade here throughout this video. We'll start off with what the Raptors are getting in this trade. So the Raptors are getting back RJ Barrett in this one, you guys, as well as Emmanuel Quickly. I think this is a really nice bench addition for us, getting this guy. He's had an outstanding season so far with the Knicks. And then we're also getting the Pistons 2024 second round pick. And then sending back to the New York Knicks is OG Anunoby, as well as Precious Achiuwa and Malachi Flynn, you guys. So we're sending three back, getting two players in return. I think this is a trade that works out fantastically for the Toronto Raptors squad, you guys. Obviously going to improve our scoring a little bit, I believe. Improve that bench a little bit. I don't believe Malachi and Precious were doing that well this season. And we need something to revitalize this squad here. OG was in a contract here as well, so the chances of us re-signing him with the money he was going to demand for a new contract in the offseason was very unrealistic for us, you guys. So very, very happy with this trade. We needed to pull the trigger on something here, so I'm very, very excited about this, as I'm sure all of us Raptors fans are. Obviously, we're going to miss OG. He was a staple within this franchise for the last while here. Wish him all the best in New York. But in return, man, we get a Canadian kid back in action here, RJ Barrett. Really love getting Emmanuel Quickly as an added addition, as well as that second round pick from the Pistons, which is huge because they're so bad this year. It'll be right at the very beginning of that second round, so it'll be a decent pick, almost like a late first round pick that we're getting from the Pistons there. So pretty decent haul for the Raptors here, you guys. We're going to break down some of the player stats here in this one, just kind of showing us what we're getting in return, as well as what the Knicks are getting in return in this one here. We'll start off with what the Raptors are getting here. RJ Barrett has had 26 games played so far this season, you guys. He's shooting 18 points per game right now, 4 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 42% from the field, 33% from three-point range, as well as 83% from the free throw line, then averages a half a steal and a half a block a game. So pretty nice numbers overall, gets a good scoring output, matches what OG's putting up pretty much this year for numbers, scoring-wise. And I think RJ's got a bit better of a shot as well, obviously maybe not as good of a three-point shot, but I think he's more of a scoring guard that we need, and obviously being a Canadian kid, I'm glad to have him back in action. Then the other piece that we end up picking up in this one, you guys, is Emmanuel Quickly. He's had 30 games played this season so far. He's got 15 points per game, 2 rebounds and 2 assists so far, 45% field goal percentage this season, which is really nice to see, as well as a 39% three-point percentage. So he's pretty decent at shooting that shooting from three-point range, as well as from the field overall. So this is where I think this is a hell of a steal for us. I think he's much, much better than Malachi and Precious. So I think he's going to really be a nice contributor for us off of the bench here, you guys. He also averages 87% from the free throw line and averages half a steal a game as well. So I think, like I said, two very nice pickups for the Toronto Raptors. I think they're going to fit in very well with this squad. Like that we didn't have to give away any key pieces. I still like that we got Pascal on the team. It'll be interesting to see if the Raptors kind of stand put with this one, or if they want to try and get some more going forward, as we still got some more time before the trade deadline here. And we'll go ahead and look at the Toronto Raptors stats for what the Knicks are getting here, you guys, and OG, Precious, and Malachi. OG on the season so far has played 27 games. He's averaging 15 points per game this year, with 4 rebounds and 2 assists on the season. He's shooting 48% from the field this year, which is a pretty nice clip. A little bit lower in the three-point percentage. He's only shooting 37% from three-point range this year so far. A little bit lower than what we're used to seeing from OG. And then obviously his free throw shooting has been not very good. It's been subpar this season with 71% from the line. And then obviously just a stud on the defensive side, probably one of the biggest reasons why the Knicks wanted to acquire him. Averaging a steal a game, half a block a game as well. One of the premier defenders in the league for sure. They also getting Precious and Malachi are two bench players, you guys. I think offloading both of these guys is huge. Neither of them have kind of lived up to the potential that we thought they were going to have as Toronto Raptors. Maybe they'll get a fresh start here with the New York Knicks and be able to revitalize their careers. But looking at Precious here, you guys, he's got 25 games played so far this year. He's only got 8 points per game average, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 45% from field goal range and 27% percent from three-point range, which is just atrocious, and then as well an abysmal 57% from the free throw line. So not very good stats across the board from him. He's having a down year this year, also only averaging half a steal and half a block a game on top of that as well, you guys. And then same thing with Malachi. Really not a great year. He's had a lot more minutes coming off the bench. Darko's actually given him an opportunity to play this year. Has not looked that good either. In 31 games played, he's only averaging 5 points per game with 2 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 40% from field goal range and 35% from three-point range, you guys. 77% from the line and averages half a steal a game. So nothing very impressive from those two. Like I said, quickly he's probably going to turn into our 6-man right alongside Dennis Schroeder coming off of the bench there. I would assume RJ Barrett's going to fit right into that starting lineup, taking over for OG. I would think would be the game plan there in that instance, you guys. But yeah, nonetheless, great trade I think for the Toronto Raptors. Very, very exciting, you guys. Going to be interesting to see how this plays out down the road for us and see who ends up winning this trade in the long term. Obviously, as of right now, I would say the Raptors have the advantage in the win on this one, but obviously things could change depending on how guys perform down the stretch here. So that pretty much wraps it up for this one, though, you guys. Raptors got another game coming up tonight against the Pistons. Praying and hoping that these boys can come through tonight. Pistons have started to be real scrappy these last few games as that losing streak continues to climb. We do not want to be the team that fucking loses to them. Obviously, OG's not going to be in the lineup, nor Malachi or Precious, and we're also not going to have these new guys from the Knicks yet in this one, as the trade just went down today. So boys got to have all hands on deck and make sure we get her done tonight. But nonetheless, you guys, big time trade, really happy with it on both sides. I think it's a win for both teams, but I do think Toronto Raptors bested them a little bit in this one. Would love your guys' opinion in the comments section down below on who you think got the better in this one between the Knicks and the Raptors. And yeah, guys, that pretty well wraps it up for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. This is Marcus with MGN Sports signing off. Peace.